All right, college basketball basically back. We're going to be at the men's media event tomorrow in Las Vegas. The women's media event for the Mountain West going on today in Las Vegas. And Stacie Terry-Hutson, head coach of the Aztecs women's basketball program, back with us on San Diego Sports 760, coming off just a phenomenal year. 23 wins, trip to the WNIT, picked today to finish fifth in the preseason poll here in 2023-24. So, Coach, we always appreciate your time. I know it's been a busy day in Las Vegas. What do our listeners need to know? I mean, a year ago you win 23 games, but you're replacing a lot of parts. So tell us about this new version of the Aztecs heading into this November.
Yeah, it's exciting because, we got a good group returning and we've added some really key pieces. So I'm really cautiously optimistic about where we could go. So right now we're just trying to, introduce everybody to Aztec basketball and get everybody acclimated to what we're trying to do. So changing some things up, like you said, we lost a good piece of our scoring, but we got a lot coming back and we're going to add to that. So excited to get going this year.
Yeah, and you lost to Asia Avenger. And how has the transfer portal been affecting the program as far as any positive that you could look from it, and also the negatives that you can talk about?
Right. The portal definitely giveth and it taketh away. So losing Asia was tough, but we were able to get some other kids in the portal to help fill that role. So last year we were really good because we were older. Someone, much smarter than me said it's better to be older than young. So we did a great job of recruiting in the portal and got some great pieces. And it's interesting to try to find the balance, right? To make sure that you got some young kids in your program that you can grow and continue to keep, but then get some things out of the portal. So it's an interesting time for basketball, both men and women, with NIL and with the portal. So we're just trying to find the balance and put the best team we can on the floor.
Stacie Terry-Hutson with us right now. She is the head coach of the Aztecs women's basketball program. They will get underway Monday, November 6th in Portland against Portland on the road to begin non-conference play. So, Coach, we saw today that Trinity Zamora was named Mountain West Preseason Co-Freshman of the Year. What can you tell us about Trinity and what you expect from her here this year?
Trinity's a great player. She's a winner. She won in high school. She won in AAU. So we love to recruit those freshmen that know what it takes to win. So we're excited for her. Watching her grow over these last couple of weeks has been really fun. I'm throwing her in so many different situations that she probably hasn't been in, and she's really shined. So excited for her. She wants to learn, plays really hard, and I definitely believe her best basketball is ahead of her. Glad she's on our team and excited for her in this honor, but it's the preseason, so we're excited about it, but we got to put some work in and we'll be happy if that's the outcome at the end of the season.
You have a pretty tough non-conference schedule. You're going to you have Stanford in your non-conference schedule. So what are you hoping to learn about your team before conference play starts this year?
Each game, I think we're going to grow. That's the goal. Obviously, we want to win games, but most importantly, we need to grow to prepare for conference. 5 of the teams that we're playing in the non-conference were postseason. 5 of them had 20-plus wins. So this preseason is really going to challenge us to prepare for conference and see what we're made of. We're going to try to come back and play that Aztec defense that you guys are used to seeing. We did a great job of that last year. So trying to defend the three-point line at a high level and get back and make people take tough shots. They always say tough twos. That's our goal. We don't want anything easy. So we're going to rely heavily on our defense and figure out our offense.
Stacie Terry-Hutson with us. Media Day in Vegas earlier today. The Aztecs in that preseason poll picked to finish in 5th place in the Mountain West. So we mentioned Trinity Zamora. Who are some other impact newcomers we could expect to see here this upcoming season for your team?
Yeah, we got quite a bit returning, and they were in supportive roles last year, but really expecting them to step up, and Abby Prohaska and Kim Villalobos. So we have some experience coming back, and 2 kids that were injured. One kid that was injured, Megan Fiso, will be able to play for us this year. Kylie Pepe, a returner. And then obviously we had a young lady who was sitting out, transfer from Utah State, that didn't get to play last year, Adriana Quezada, that we're going to rely heavily on both sides of the floor. So I like our older group, as I like to call them, coming back. There's a lot of experience, a lot of games that have been played collectively. But we were able to get a young lady out of the portal, Jada Lewis, who will really help us shoot the ball. And she made 81 threes last year, really deadly three-point shooter. And then you mentioned Trinity and the rest of our freshman class, and Mia Davis and Alyssa Jackson. I'm expecting big things from them. You know, we're not deep in a lot of positions, but we have quality people in those spots. So looking to grow them and continue to get better each time we get on the floor.
What's your expectation for the league in a whole for this year? How do you view the Mountain West Conference this year for women's basketball?
Right. You know that you mentioned they picked us fifth. And to be honest, I think that's probably where we are. Like you said, we lost a lot, and this league is really, really good. There's great coaches and great players. And so, we're going to take it game by game, but I think it's going to challenge us. I think we have enough talent to compete and definitely finish the top half of the conference. But we're going to have to figure it out, and I'm excited for these young ladies because they come into practice every day, ready to get better. But it's going to be a fun year in conference that got great teams. I mean, UNLV is bringing almost everybody back. They were 31-3, I think, last year. Colorado State has improved their roster. Mountain West Player of the Year on their team. Boise's great. Wyoming's great. So it's going to be tough, but I think it's going to be an exciting year.
San Diego State again gets underway on the road to Portland November 6th. The home opener Friday, November 10th. Cal Baptist at Viejas Arena. Basketball thankfully is back. And Coach, we appreciate your time. Hopefully everything went well in Las Vegas, and we're looking forward to seeing your team on the floor coming up in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on. You guys travel safe.